Embracing this cold, rainy weather here in East London today, I am JT Tebehadi on Focus Media SA, and I'm right now not by myself but with Max Mabuti, the CEO and founder of Flatfoot Engineering, right at the back of the technical team's training program that is happening today. And without any further ado, I'm going to let Max tell us more about it.
Today, as Flatfoot Engineering, we are having a training, an internal training program that we are doing for all our technicians. As a strategy of our company is very simple, is that we train our own and build their capacity so that the people can excel in what they are doing, because if you don't train your people, how do you expect them to excel in their positions, So training basically is very integral in our business to ensure that all our technicians, including their assistants, can perform optimally, and they are able to take and make decisions that they will be accountable for, and be able to perform the duties properly. One of the friends of mine who's a businessman, he always asks me, Max, why are you investing in training on our people? And I always tell him, if you don't train them, they stay. Sometimes people think that if you train people, they will leave you. And my philosophy is different, is that if you train them, you give them opportunity to excel in their position. And if you don't train them, they become liability and they don't perform. So what if you don't train them and they stay, if you're worried that they will leave? So basically, we want to ensure that we build skills. We actually specialized in mechanical engineering, which is very, very scarce skill in the market. So as a resultant, if you don't keep your people abreast on what is happening, so what we decided as a business is that we'll invest in our people and train them, and also attract qualified and technical people into our business.
Just in terms of numbers, how many people are here?
We have got about 40 people here, and in total as a business we employed permanent about 80 people. At the office there's admin staff that are running the show there, finance is there, HR is there, they're running the show. This is only technical and managers. We also believe that even though finance department is the engine of the company, also the technical, because that's what we're selling. We're selling a service. We're selling what they do. So basically here, to answer your question, JT, we have, I would say, 50% of our staff is here.
Well, I've just been inside for a couple of minutes before we came down for this talk, and I realized that it's not just training that is happening, and people are actually getting a chance to ask questions about things that are close to them. How important is that kind of an exercise?
JT, to be honest with you, what we want to preach in this company, or actually want to practice, is that our technicians or everyone else who works in this company is free to understand where the company is going. And part of this, what we are doing today, is that we wanted the guys to be free. You'll find out the senior management is not here. I was just here, I was not participating. All the people who are participating here is the middle management, the people who deal directly with the technicians, so that the guys can be free to say whatever they want to say, because you want people to understand and feel that they are part of the family, you see, because the problem is that if you don't get people and see their opinion, what is their opinion on things? For instance, you mentioned the issues of B&Bs. We want our people, when they go out there to work, they must stay in comfortable B&Bs. We don't want our people to go and stay in places or sleep in a car, because they will not perform, and when they go out and they leave their families, the guys, they need to have an out-of-town allowance, and we want them to actually talk about it and say, guys, the out-of-town allowance is not enough or is too much, and the guys are getting they actually even talk about health and safety here, because health and safety is their responsibility, and they must tell the managers to say, guys, we ask for safety equipment, you're not giving us, so we want them to actually say that, because if you don't give the safety equipment to the guys, they will not perform, or the accidents can happen, and then who get it? Who get? I'm a 16.1 of the business. Who gets locked? I get locked. So we must ensure that the staff is actually aware of what is happening around the business.
With regards to your people, in the sense of energy that I get from there, even with the last year end function, your people seem to be happy. How do you maintain that?
We play an open checkbook with the guys. The guys, they know if the company is making money because they see on themselves. The guys, they get bonuses. The guys, they get allowances. The guys, they get increment. I mean, this year in this company, I'm pleased to say that we gave our guys an increment of 6% more than what is the CPI, interest rate. We gave them 6%, so which is about a percentage more on what is on CPI. So the guys, they know, and the guys they become part of the family. And remember, you spend 80% of your time at work, so you must be happy. We don't want people to come to work and they drag their feet. They must come to work to come and work and perform. For you to be able to perform, you need to be happy. Within reason, people are asking things and questions are being answered. Of course, they might not get all what they want, but we want our people to be happy. Hence, now the training that we are doing is also part of that they must understand what's going on in the business. They must also understand that paperwork is important in the company, because if the paperwork is not done, the job is not finished, because you're not going to get paid.
And there's that question about the paperwork. What is this thing about paperwork and technicians?
One thing that I can tell you, I've employed a lot of technicians. Paperwork with technicians, JT, is a really difficult thing. So you must always talk about paperwork and say, guys, paperwork is critical. Because remember, technicians, they don't talk too much. What they do, they go and do the job and they fix the thing and they go. And they forget that once you finish the job, you must sign a job card. You must do what is called as an ISO company job realization. To say the job was finished, then what is the next step? The next step is to submit the paperwork. And once you submit the paperwork, the client is happy, you get paid.
And maybe as a parting shot, how often do you do these kinds of trainings?
We've got branches in the Eastern Cape. We've got in Mthatha. We've got here a head office in East London, in Port Elizabeth. So what we do, we normally have trainings in-house when they do them in their office, in their branches. Mainly, say, every 6 months they do the training in their branches and ensure that it happens with the OMEs and with the other suppliers and all that stuff, and also internal training. But we ensure that each and every year, at least once a year, all the Eastern Cape guys, they come together under one roof. We have a training, and then also have some team building, as you said, because team building is important. That the guys, they need to know each other. They need to relate with each other, because they're family, you see. So we also have team building. So answer your question, JT, we do this type of training every year. And then after this, we will do what is called an end-year function, which will have everyone now from the company to come here. We normally do it here, as you know, JT. We will bring everyone, about 80 of the people to come here, and then under one roof. Then we'll have the first part of the day will be training as well, and then the part of the day will be entertainment, and awards and all that stuff. Yeah.
Well, it seems like my job here is done, and Bramex is going to run out with the favorite hashtag, and that is,
we are stepping into the future.